15 back.
Every Virtua day is a good day for Virtua Tennis. The courts are always in prime condition, the balls never lose their bounce, and you never break a sweat. Some expensive equipment is required. You'll need a next-gen console and a copy of the game. But Virtua Tennis 3 gives a solid performance across the board as long as you expect crisp, accessible video game tennis with a great multiplayer component. If you've played Virtua Tennis before in the arcades or at home, you already know what the game is all about. Tennis is pretty easy to grasp. People stand on either side of the net and hit the ball back and forth. You can play singles or doubles, participating in exhibition matches, tournaments, or get into the World Tour mode that simulates, well, kind of simulates the life of a rising tennis star, going from a lowly hack just breaking onto the tour to the #1 player in the world. When you kick off World Tour mode, you'll give birth to a custom character. There aren't as many options as you'll find in some next-gen games, and you probably won't end up with something that looks like your Virtua self, but at least you can choose from over a dozen sporty tennis hairstyles. Your fresh rookie character starts with rather weak skills, but by completing practice minigames and winning matches, you'll gradually beef up their stats to a competitive level. You'll increase your ranking and unlock outfits and gear, including rackets and some of the most rockin' wristbands you've ever seen. The minigames themselves are fun and ramp up in difficulty to keep you challenged. They're also a little bit silly. Collecting fruit and avoiding giant tennis balls or practicing your serve with a giant set of bowling pins can be good fun when you've completed round after round of plain old tennis. A lot of the minigames can be played competitively with a few multiplayer exclusive modes like Tennis Bingo, which makes about as much sense as you'd imagine it would. It's no substitute for an intense versus match, but the minigames are a signature Virtua Tennis touch, and there's always room for balloon popping. The one big design issue with Virtua Tennis 3 on the PS3 is the lack of online multiplayer. You can get online via Live with the 360 version, and there's no question that the game is even better when played with live human opponents. If you've got access to a healthy stable of friends stopping by, you may not miss the online option as much, but it's really disappointing to see the PlayStation 3 version fault on such an enjoyable and useful feature.
Parità.
Just as veterans of the series will expect, Virtua's controls are simplified, fluid, and easy to pick up. The game's arcade feel makes it easy to grasp, but the matches definitely have a realistic look and pace. You won't see any exaggerated glowing super shots here. You have a standard hit that's suitable for returning just about anything, and a slice and a lob to mix things up. For what it's worth, the game includes a number of pros like Roger Federer and Maria Sharapova, each with their own stats and attributes, as a nice touch for actual tennis fans. One unique feature for the PS3 version is the ability to play the game entirely using the 6-axis motion controls. Tilting the controller has your character run in that direction, and swinging the controller lets you return the ball. You don't really hold the controller like a tennis racket, and it's just not very precise. Sometimes you'll feel like you hit the ball yourself, other times it seems like the game is responding randomly. While most of the game is about swatting balls with the racket, the World Tour mode actually requires some planning. While keeping up with your demanding schedule, you're going to need to recharge your stamina from time to time at your home base. An energy drink gives you instant recovery, but it increases fatigue in the long run, while 1 week and 3 week vacations let you get back into prime condition. If you don't maintain your character's stamina, you're more likely to injure yourself. Breaking a leg in the finals of a tournament is definitely something you want to avoid. Virtua Tennis 3 is an ace game. It's fun, intuitive, and even with its arcade style, the shot placement and realistic match flow give the game all the benefits of a real tennis match, other than that whole exercise part. It's basically the same game we've been playing for the past 5 or 6 years, but it's received a nice visual upgrade, and it's hard to knock a game too much for repeating such a consistently enjoyable performance.
15 points.